Hello everyone, I'm Brent here with venompads.com doing a follow-up video on antique brushes. People want to know the differences. Okay, so we have diamond antique brushes and the plastic is either yellow or red and they're 100% diamond. Then we have silicone carbide brushes. Plastic's blue, you could tell it's black, which is silicone carbide. And then we have hybrid brushes. They're green and they're part diamond, half silicone carbide. So how does it work? Well, when it comes, in the old days, it was, you use this for marble, the silicone carbide, and diamond for natural stone. That's kind of what the word on the street was, but it wasn't really the true case. Both diamonds and silicone carbide work on all material, just in a different way. And the green one works on it in the in-between way. I would say the balance way. You know, the silicone carbide is the extreme way in one way. The diamond is extreme in the other. This is right in the middle. So, how does it work? Let me explain. Suppose we're working on, say, granite, quartzite, natural stone that's hard. Usually what people do is they use the diamonds in the lower grit because diamonds are more aggressive. So it's going to give you more of the I call it the valleys. There's, you know, when you're doing a leathered finish, you have hills and valleys. So this is going to be more coarse. It's going to gouge more. So they use these in the lower grits, these in the higher. So after about 100 grit with diamonds in that range, they go to silicone carbide. That's kind of been the industry standard. Diamonds on the low grit, and then it doesn't matter. Same with marble. They were kind of doing that. But over the time, guys, you know, once you have these in shops, guys kind of make up their own way, which is good because there's a lot of different leather finishes and textures that people want. So if you're using, so now I'm going to explain it if you use all one type. If you use diamonds from beginning to end, suppose it's a granite material, and you use this from the coarse all the way up to, say, 1,000 grit. All brushes they grind, they take away and polish at the same time. I know that kind of doesn't make sense, but it's how it works. So if diamonds are more aggressive, they're more aggressive in creating the gouges. But they're also more aggressive when they start to get shiny to grind down. So at the end, the diamonds are going to give you a flatter, shinier surface. Where silicone carbide is just going to be, it will do the same in a different way. So if you use silicone carbide all across the board, on both results, you're going to have kind of like a same kind of standard finish. But once you learn how to use a combination where you get deeper into this and then this will polish the high end, you're going to get more of a shiny surface that can be more textured. So these together create more of the texture gap. So and now the hybrid is like the perfect balance. So it's like the perfect finish that guys have kind of come up with. But that being said, I sell these to shops and they use all three. And so you have to get your hands on them and start using them to see your little nuances of what material. And like I said, now I have guys that use silicone carbide, hybrids, and the diamonds. Like, I don't know what they're doing with it, but they got their little groove on because that's what it is with brushes. Because people come in with samples of antique finishes. And there's so many different types of leathered finishes that people try to figure out. Like, everyone's like, okay, well, I see there's texture to it. But if you get rid of the texture, you're going to wind up with just kind of like a honed finish. You don't want it looking honed after you use brushes. So I hope this video explains what I was trying to explain.